Hey, yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy King7 here back with another video. Before we get into this video, I just want to remind you all out there, y'all kings and queens, and I hope you all having a very blessed Monday. The Giants won another football game. Let's clap it up. Let's give it a nice clap. Nice clap to the team. We pulled it out. 23-20 victory over the Washington football team. Now, before I get into anything, before I say anything, I'm like less than 10 subs away from 1,400. So if you could hit that subscription button, it would mean a whole lot. If you got friends that like watching Giants content, let them know, there's a nice community we're building with a lot of Giants fans here. We talk about the weekly events of what happens with our favorite team. But guys, we won. We beat the Washington football team twice. Season sweep, second time this year. And the first thing always that I cover in these videos, Daniel Jones, my man, 0 turnovers. And you know what? It's not even like 0 turnovers, like if you can't even take it for face value. There's so much in depth that really went into that 0 turnover game. First off, he was pressured a lot on passing plays. He passed, let me pull this up. He's 23 of 34. I don't really think he missed a single throw. For the most part, those passes were he was under pressure, he threw it away, or he threw it to Evan Ingram dropped it, whatever. But for the most part, he threw it away when the play was dead, and that was just absolutely phenomenal. You love to see it. And at the end of the game, when it was 23-20, he took a sack. He was scrambling out to his right. The ball wasn't like in the most secure position, but he got hit from behind, sacked. He held on to the football. No red zone turnovers, nothing. I mean, like that might be like his first. Nah, it's probably like his second time in his career that he went a game without having 0 turnovers. And when you have 0 turnovers as the quarterback, the way this defense is played, you're going to win more ball games than not. And secondly, let's move on to the defense. Is there anything else I got to cover about Daniel Jones? Let me really think about it. Let me think. There was really nothing that I could complain about. I mean, at the end of the day, he 23, 34, 212 and a tub. He was a game manager, right? That's what we're finding out, how Jason Garrett's really going to call the ball game for Daniel Jones. He's going to be more of a game manager than a gunslinger, even though he did attempt 34 throws. We rushed the ball. Let me see, quick math, 8, 11, 12, 21 plus 14, 35. So it was literally an even split down, 35 carries, 34 passing plays. And that's what we're going to see from Daniel Jones. We're not going to see 70% passing plays in comparison to run plays. We're going to get the run established, especially when Saquon Barkley comes back, which will alleviate the pressure on Daniel Jones' shoulders to make plays each and every play. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on to the defense. 5 takeaways for our New York Football Giants defense. I mean, absolutely spectacular. Jabril Peppers to break up that pass to Logan Thomas. It was like 3rd and 10, I think. Or it might have been 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10, but he was really close to the first down marker. If not, had the first down. He broke up that passing play, beautiful, and at the end he got the interception. He was all over the field, and when Antonio Gibson, he got like a 9-yard rush right at the goal line. Jabril went with the hit to stop Antonio Gibson from getting in the end zone. Of course, later that drive he did get into the end zone, but the initial hit was just really spectacular. I forgot, I didn't say, I hope Kyle Allen is healthy. Hope it's not too serious of an injury. I am actually going to say I think that was a little bit of a dirty play from Jabril Peppers. He like scorpion kicked like his leg out. Like he kind of like just wanted to trip up Kyle Allen, so that he knew exactly where Kyle Allen was at that point when he was on the floor. I know he couldn't see him obviously, but he knew he was right behind them. He scorpion kicked to drop Kyle Allen down for the sack, but he kind of went with a little bit of force on that. Kind of looked like a little bit of a dirty play, but I heard it was just an ankle injury, nothing too severe. So hopefully Kyle Allen does return. A good competitor, a good guy, I heard from sources in the NFL, whatever. But anything else on our defense? Who else? Leonard Williams got pressure on the quarterback. Our run defense was spectacular. I mean, overall, I know we did give up 20 points, 17 points in the second half. That's a lot. That's a lot of points to give up. But for the most part, our offense didn't get anything going in the second half. We scored 3 points in the whole second half, which I guess that's the one thing you could fault Daniel Jones on, only getting 3 points. I think he did take a big sack that dropped him out of field goal range. We had to punt. But for the most part, regardless that it was Kyle Allen or Alex Smith, I thought our defense, they did the job. Terry McLaurin, unfortunate on that play, that 60-yard touchdown. I think Logan Thomas got taken out by a teammate or something. It wasn't good tackling. I'll just put it that. It was not good tackling on that play. A little bit concerning. But for the most part, all we let Alex Smith do was dump it down to J.D. McKissic. Dump it down to him every single play. For the most part, you want to, if you know that's what's coming, like the guy had 9 receptions for 65 yards. And Antonio Gibson had 3 receptions, 35 yards. So overall, the 2 running backs combined had 12 receptions for 100 and, let me do quick math again, 100 yards on the dot. Yeah, 100. Yeah, I'm right. 100 yards on the dot. So you want to take that away. And it seems like a lot of teams find success in checking it down to our running back. Also, another thing I want to point out about our defense, Patrick Graham, you can't continue to allow this has been one of the biggest focal points through every interview with the guy. I love the guy, great defensive coordinator. I love him. I love the attitude he brings towards the game, and just the mentality, just repetition with him, with the players. That's how you get them better. But he keeps giving up points at the end of halves. I know they only got 3 points at the end of the first half, but was it at the end of the first half, that drive, or were they driving? I don't know, but we keep giving up we keep playing too conservative at the end of halves, just dropping back in zone coverage, allowing the offense to march down into our territory. But overall, the defense was just absolutely spectacular. Blake Martinez with the interception. Logan Ryan, Jabril, then with the sacks. Isaac Yiadom, I thought had another spectacular game. Leonard Williams had another spectacular game. Dalvin Tomlinson up in there getting deflections on balls and stuff like that. I mean, overall, it was just a very, very, very good game. I was really happy with our defense, and I think Xavier McKinney should be coming back soon, so it'll be really interesting to see how we incorporate him into our defensive schemes as well. From the offense, the run game was phenomenal. I mean, against that defensive front line of the Washington Football Team, to run that effectively, it's really good. It's a really good sight to see, and I think if Saquon was in that game healthy, he would have ran for $150 maybe. And we know how he likes playing against the Washington Football Team. He runs crazy against them almost every time. Austin Mack was another great sight to see, the undrafted rookie from Ohio State. 4 receptions, 72 yards. He did have that 150-yard bomb in the first half. Spectacular players so far for us. Should have had his first career touchdown, but he just came up a little bit short. But we were able to punch that in at the end. Evan Ingram, great catch. Him and Daniel Jones on the same page throughout this game. It seemed like we should have got him a little bit more involved in the second half. I know he did have that very key drop, which if he caught that ball, we were instantly in field goal territory. So he needs to just stop with the drops. He had another drop earlier in the game where he was just like juggling the ball. And then the DB I think it was the middle linebacker, almost came up with the interception. So Evan Ingram, I don't know what it is. You just gotta, catch it, bro. You're a professional football player. I'm sure you have great hands. I think it's just, at this point, I don't think it's ability. I think it's just in his mind, just dropping the football. It's just in his mind because he has to lead the league in drops by now. I think he was like tied for first coming into this week. He had another 2 drops. So he must be at like 5-6 drops on the season. Just a little bit inexcusable, and these aren't tough balls to hang on to. But overall, I'm just really happy with how the team performed. We were able to hang on to the lead at the end of the ballgame, which is probably the most important part. They showed a shot of Joe Judge talking to his defense at the end of the game. He was probably like, listen, we're ahead. We're up by 3 points. I don't know what our offense is going to do, but you guys can manage this game and manage us to get this win all by yourselves. And that defense stepped up tremendously at the end of the game. I mean, I wasn't even nervous, to be honest, because I have a lot of confidence and faith in our defense to get the job done. And they proved it. I think they're a solid top 10 defense, and we were only going to get better with draft picks and, players coming back from injury and stuff like that. But overall, we could easily be looking at, Cowboys lost last week, so now Eagles top of the division with 2 wins and a draw, or they got 3 wins and a draw. They have 3 wins and a draw. But nonetheless, our next game is against the Eagles. So literally, if we win, we're half of a game back of first place. And this time we are home at MetLife. We have not beaten them in I think it's like 6-7 years. So I think this will be the first time we beat the Eagles at home. I know they are coming off the bye week. They're going to try getting their soldiers back and healthy, which I think they will do. But I mean, I just love how our offensive line, our DBs, our linebackers, our defensive line, Daniel Jones is not making the same mistakes. Our receivers are getting open. Our run game's getting going. Like, everything is it's so spectacular to watch this team develop right in front of your eyes. Now, listen, I might be gassing them up a little too much, you might think. I'm not saying if we get into the playoffs, we're going to win some games. If we get into the playoffs, we're probably going to lose by 40. Nah, we won't. You know, we're not going to lose by 40, but we'll lose. All right, I'll say it like that because it seems like whoever we play, we make it competitive. And that's what I love to see. Just make it competitive at the end of the day, because blowouts, well, some people have different perspectives on would you rather have a blowout or lose at the last second. I think at the end of the day, it is a little bit more heartbreaking to lose at the last second like we have been in these last couple games. But it's more like you were in the game, you were close, and you have what it takes to win those types of ball games in comparison to when you get blown out. It's just like the other team was just far superior to us. In conclusion to this video, I'm happy that we got the win. I know some people might want to tank for us to get a high draft pick, but I just can't root against my team at the end of the day. And I'm happy. I'm happy that we're winning games. If we win the division, all right, we won the division. We'll take it how day by day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't predict the future right now, but overall the team has just been improving significantly every single week, and I'm happy. I'm really happy to be a Giants fan at this moment. I'm not yet sold on Daniel Jones, but that was really, really encouraging to see him have a 0 turnover game. But guys, if you did enjoy this episode, make sure to drop a like, a comment, and subscribe. It's been your boy, KingStar7, and I'm out. Peace.